Good afternoon. We have a special guest here with us today. We'll be interviewing Leroy Thomas. Leroy is the Public Works Operations Manager at the City of Hitchcock. City of Hitchcock is a great client of iWork and Public Works One. We recently had our Public Works One team go out to the City of Hitchcock to do a road assessment and capture the roads with our street level imagery. Our road assessments are a great service that our team offers that can help cities extend the life of their roads. If you don't know what street level imagery is, it's pretty cool. It provides 360-degree panoramic images of streets and collects asset data that can be used to locate assets and visualize their conditions. As you can imagine, this is pretty beneficial for cities to be able to keep track of everything and understand their assets' inventory, conditions, and be able to schedule maintenance. There's just a lot that cities can do with this information. And so we're really excited to learn about the City of Hitchcock's experience with us and see what their plans are with the information that our team was able to provide to them. So without further ado, we'd like to welcome Leroy.
Hello.
Hey, Leroy. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're super excited to have you and learn more about your experience with us. We also have Carlos here with us today. He's going to help guide the interview. Let's go ahead and get started. I know that we had the Public Works One team come out to the City of Hitchcock recently. How was that? Was there anything super insightful that you learned with the data that our Public Works One team collected?
Yeah. So initially, we hired iWork to come in and do a road assessment work. And in the process of trying to put a plan together, basically to rehab a lot of our streets here in the city, we needed a good collection of data to be able to put a good solid plan together. So iWork came in and they really taught me a lot. I'm not much of a street guy. My background is in water and sewer utility. So you're still learning every day on the fly about the whole street process. So a lot of the information that was provided for us was great, very insightful, informative on helping us get down to the real issue of what we have going on in relative to our streets. All of the geographical data that they provided for us as far as our signs are concerned, we haven't really gotten into it yet to the sign module. Basically, that's on me because we're trying to employ some tablets out in the field. So we're trying to get all that set up so we can be able to utilize that tool. But I'm a fan. It's been really helpful up to this point. We're still in the early stages of putting our plan together, but what we have or what we've been able to put together thus far, it hadn't been done out here, to my knowledge. Everybody's been real receptive to all of the information, just trying to take it in, process it, analyze it, and put together a plan. So it's been great for us.
That's great, Leroy. How long have you been with the city?
A little over a year and a half. We were 2 years in May.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How would you, on a scale of like 1 to 10, how would you rate your experience with iWork as far as our customer support?
Oh, it'd be a 10 out of 10 for me. It's just the attentiveness that was offered, throughout the whole process. I mean, from the very beginning, I guess the first time I talked to, I think his name was Troy, getting everything set up, just walking us step by step, through the processes. Troy passed me off to Carlos. Carlos passed me off to Perry. It was just the constant attention to detail and just making certain that us as the customer is taken care of whatever we need. Carlos was very, very helpful to us, to me in specific, in helping me put a plan together for our city, just to present the findings on the road assessment. His help was just invaluable in that process, just to get us to that point. And then from there, Perry took us to the next step and helping us get everything set up as far as our login information for our tablets. Everybody's just being incredibly helpful. I was really appreciative.
Thank you for your kind words, Leroy. I'm glad you had the opportunity to experience our world-class customer service. Could you elaborate on how you went about making your plan and how you demonstrated it to your council or government agency?
Yeah, basically, we did some saved searches for our districts. We did everything by district breakdown, and we were able to accumulate just a real-time snapshot of what the cost would be for each district and have our roads, repaired in each district. I was able to show them an overall cost for each district, as well as just a cost per recommended treatment on the road assessment. So they were able to see, how much routine maintenance we needed to do, how much overlay we needed to do, how much total infrastructure we needed to do. I think that was good for them to see in helping them, comprehend exactly what we're trying to do here. A lot of times councils don't really have a good knowledge as far as what's and what we're trying to accomplish here. So I think it was just good for us to provide a good overall synopsis of what we're trying to accomplish, and they were able to comprehend it. It was just good. I think the detail that we provided, of course, with Carlos's help, very insightful for them.
Great. And how did they receive that data? Were they impressed with your presentation? How did they take the presentation from other ones that you've maybe done in the past?
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm a part of what I would say is a new regime here in the city as far as leadership is concerned. So prior to us getting here, along with my city manager, these types of things were not going forth, if you will. So for them to see the amount of information, and also I created a PowerPoint for the council meeting. Aside from the PowerPoint that was given, I also put the entire road assessment for what it would cost for the entire city in their agenda pack. So they have the entire basically and what it would cost for the city to rehab all of our streets. The amount of information that was provided to them, they were ecstatic about that. They hadn't seen anything like that. They were very receptive, just really eager to go in with getting the projects rolling, getting them on the road. So everybody was very supportive and, just ready to see some change.
That's great to hear. Being able to present the road conditions and costs associated with your city network is a huge value to get approved funding from any city council.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you see this saving your city money in the future?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. What this provided for us was basically all of the information was put together, a clear-cut, concise plan going forward. We know now with the information that we have, what areas we need to tackle now versus maybe a couple years down the road. It highlighted for us many of our problem areas, and it enabled us to put a good plan together. So I think, of course, it's going to cost us some money to get things done in the future, but I think we've got a good roadmap that will allow us to make a good decision so we won't have to waste the money now.
That's great. Is there anything with our software in itself that stood out? What do you think is the most valuable aspect of this is for you?
Well, all of them are, every part of our work that we use, I think it's valuable to us. We're not a very big department. I think I have 4 divisions, across 4 divisions. I think I have maybe 20 people. This allows us to streamline our operation, if you will. It cuts out the paper and it allows us to be more efficient. We use the work management tool. We have the sign tool. My mechanics in our fleet division, we use fleet management. So, all of the modules are beneficial to us. Up at City Hall, they use the permitting modules. Everything, as far as our work is concerned, has really helped us to be more efficient in our operation. That's one of the things that I like to hang my hat on, because we don't have a tremendous amount of guys, so we value experience and versatility. And along with these tools, it has allowed us to be, more efficient and continue to increase in our production level. So I think that's a big thing for us.
Yes, that's a great point, Leroy. iWork provides a wide variety of programs to streamline city processes while helping city departments communicate more effectively.
Yeah.
I just have another question here for you. With our Public Works One team coming out and recording these roads, it seems like it brought a lot of valuable information back to you. I just want to know, with that experience of it itself, did that provide you with what you expected, or did they surprise you with anything else that you didn't know that you were going to get out of this experience?
Yeah, well, for me, this was a first for me. I didn't know such thing existed. A road assessment existed. So it was a learning opportunity for me to see exactly what they do and what their job offers to the entire process. And I think none of this couldn't happen without those guys. And they also took the time with me while they were here on the grounds of Hitchcock to get me out and show me the basics of what they do, how they rate the roads, how they identify some of the cracking that we have in our roads. They walked through all of that with me. So I was very appreciative of that. And like I said, it was all new to me. So, it was interesting to me.
And where you said you didn't know that the road assessments existed, what were you doing beforehand?
Well, like I said, I'm not a street department guy. So I really, this is something that I really took on when I came to Hitchcock. So, in another city, I had a responsibility of the streets, but it wasn't to this extent. I didn't even know these things existed. I mean, it was just, like I said, it was a good teachable moment for me learning.
That's great to hear, Leroy. I'm glad we were able to help you out. And I really appreciate you taking the time to share your experience with us. I believe those are the only questions I have for you. Carlos, do you have any other questions for Leroy or anything you want him to expand upon?
No, Leroy, I don't have any other additional questions. I mean, thank you for your time. I know you've been a great client, so we always appreciate your feedback.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much.
We appreciate all of you, the entire team. Tell everybody I said thank you.